Hi, divine souls. I'm truly grateful you're here with me in Oriah Divine Sanctuary, a space dedicated to healing, awareness, and spiritual alignment. If this video has appeared in your life today, trust that there may be a message here meant specifically for you. If the words shared here resonate with your spirit, I encourage you to like, share, comment, and subscribe so we can continue building a community centered around truth, healing, and higher consciousness. Earlier today, during meditation, I allowed myself to slow down, to breathe, and to simply be present. And in that quiet space, I began to tune into the energetic frequency of the collective, sensing what many people may be navigating on their spiritual journeys right now. And from that awareness, this message emerged. If you grew up with emotional neglect, you may have learned an important but painful lesson early. Your emotional needs were not always prioritized, noticed, or responded to consistently. Maybe there was food, shelter, and basic care, but emotionally, you may have felt unseen, unsupported, dismissed, alone with your feelings. Emotional neglect is often subtle. It's not always what happened. Sometimes it's what was missing. Comfort when you were distressed, validation when you were hurt, guidance when you were overwhelmed, safety when you felt emotionally activated. When these experiences are inconsistent or absent, children adapt. You may have become hyper independent, emotionally self silencing, overly responsible, people pleasing, disconnected from your own needs. This is where reparenting becomes important. Reparenting means intentionally developing the internal skills, support, and self relationship you may not have consistently received growing up, not because you should have had to, but because healing requires building what was missing. Here are practical tips. 1. Validate your emotions. A lot of emotionally neglected adults automatically minimize themselves. They think, it wasn't that bad. I'm overreacting. I shouldn't feel this way. Reparenting begins with emotional acknowledgement. Try saying, my feelings are real. My emotional experience matters. I am allowed to have needs. This sounds simple, but it can be deeply corrective. 2. Build consistency with yourself. Children develop safety through predictability. If your environment was inconsistent, you may struggle with self-trust or internal stability. Start small. Create routines around sleep, meals, hydration, movement, work boundaries, rest. Consistency teaches your nervous system, I can rely on myself, not perfection, consistency. 3. Change your self-talk. Many people internalize the emotional tone they grew up around. If you experience criticism, dismissal, or emotional coldness, your inner voice may reflect that. Notice how you speak to yourself under stress. Then ask, would I say this to a child I care about? If not, revise it. Instead of, I'm so lazy, try, I may be overwhelmed. What support do I need? This is not avoidance. It's healthier internal leadership. 4. Learn boundaries. If your needs were ignored growing up, you may feel guilty protecting yourself now. But boundaries are a major part of reparenting. Boundaries communicate, my time matters, my energy matters, my emotional well-being matters. This may include saying no, reducing over-explaining, limiting draining relationships, protecting rest and recovery time. 5. Meet needs proactively. Reparenting asks, what do I actually need right now? Not what is most productive, not what pleases others. What do I need? Maybe rest, food, emotional support, quiet connection, structure, therapy, movement, comfort. Learning to identify and respond to your own needs is powerful. 6. Seek healthier relationships. Reparenting is internal, but healing is often relational too. Practice building connections where you experience respect, reciprocity, emotional safety, accountability, care. Healthy relationships reinforce new patterns. Ultimately, reparenting is not about becoming your own everything. It's about becoming a more trustworthy, nurturing, and emotionally responsive presence in your own life. You are learning to offer yourself what may have once been inconsistent or absent. And while that process takes time, it can be deeply transformative. You can become the stable adult you needed, and that matters. Divine souls, thank you for stepping into Oriah Divine's sanctuary. This space exists to support your healing, elevate your awareness, and guide you through the sacred process of personal transformation. Here, you are safe to grow spiritually, emotionally, and authentically. And it is truly an honor to share this journey with you. Always remember, awareness begins the healing, but your transformation begins the moment you choose to honor your voice. Until we meet again, continue walking in truth, protecting your peace, and letting your divine light shine.